Hey kings and queens, welcome to my channel. It's your local undocumented gay boy living his best life, period. Living lavish. But just want to welcome you to my channel. It's my first video, but hopefully this goes good and we go on. And like a lot of you guys ask me this as I am really publicly out. Have I coming out to my parents? How was it coming out to everyone? Did my parents accept me? I have the answer. So coming out was definitely a life-changing experience, as well as really hard experience. Coming from, if any of my Latino viewers are watching, I feel like most in the Latino community, it's really hard as well to come out, because there's this stigma behind it that you have to be, very manly, you have to get married to a woman, you're gonna grow up to have kids, this family, and that was really pushed on me my whole life. Like, you have to get a wife, like, you have to marry a girl. But so, growing up, I always hid that fact. I knew I was different. I knew I didn't like girls, but I did force myself to like girls. Not necessarily like them, but to date girls, So I did have a couple of girlfriends, mostly to make my, parents, reassure them, hey, I like girls. But I feel like in middle school was when I really acknowledged it. Hey, you're gay. And then I feel like in high school is really where I found myself. Freshman year, told my inner circle, hey, I came out as bisexual freshman year, where everybody was like, hey, that's cool, whatever, we're not tripping. Sophomore year was like where I was like, nah, I'm gay. And I came out to my inner circle once again. And then over the summers, when I publicly, on the Instagram, well, hey guys, I'm gay. Deal with it, I guess. And I got a lot of positive feedback. People were like, some of my friends were like, we already knew, bro, like, shut the fuck up. And some people did, were like, what? I didn't know. We support you either way. So at the time, I did have a larger amount of followers. I was close to 10K, and people kept on following me, and I didn't really know the majority of them, because I feel like once I came out, I started getting more of LGBT community followers, and because I was out, and people were just following me, so I started getting a lot of followers. Went to there, and I made my account not private, I made it public. So I guess somehow my uncle ended up finding my account, and I posted a picture of the guy who was sitting at the time, and he comments, what, you're gay, I hate seeing these people out in public, just to see one of these in my family is disgusting, you're a disappointment. And for me, I feel like that was a breaking point, where it was just like, everything was going so good, but then when he said that, it all broke down, I broke down in tears. I was like, no, I have to tell my mom before he does. I have to tell him, she's gonna hate me, And even at the time, I would feel like it was a time where depression hit me the most, and I got into my own head, where it was like, what do I do, and even suicide came to my mind, where I feel like it was just so toxic. But I ended up, calling him on the phone. He was crying to me on the phone. I was crying to him. I was like, please don't tell my mom, I'm sorry. I know I disappointed you. I even accepted, that I was the reason, bitch, it's my fault, But, that moved forward. We were good, I guess he was like, whatever, I'm not fighting for your parents, you do you, but it was always just weird when I see him in person. So when the time that I actually did come out to my parents, well, my mom, a lot of you guys, if y'all don't know, my biological father is not in the picture. Yeah, that's another story. But when I came out to my mom, was actually under not the best circumstances. When I came out, this just like a hard topic, I could say. You know, I feel like a lot of the LGBT community go through a hard coming out story. It's just difficult to know the outcome of it. But so that day in particular, you know, taking consideration that my mind was just like, you know, out of it already. Like, you know, my uncle found out I was gay. You know, like he was disappointed in me. He didn't really care for me as much no more. And fast forward to that day where I had an argument with my mom, and you know, it got really heated. I feel like a lot of tension that was built up really released that day. And like, we had an argument before she dropped me off at school, and I was like, you know, she said some things to me, I said some things to her. And prior to that, I had run away once before, and you know, I feel like when I went back, you know, she always had that, like, he's gonna do it again. And that day we had an argument, and then she was like, watch when you get home or when I pick you up, with, you know, basically, like, you know, threatening me. Not in a bad way. I'm not saying my mom beats me or anything for people watching. Like, you know, she was talking that we're gonna argue, you know, like, we're gonna have a talk. And I was like, that's if, like, you know, I get home, like, if I even come home. And I feel like in my mom's mind, it was like, you know, he's gonna try to run away again. And honestly, that was my idea. But not even that. It was just like, so my mind was just like, you know, completely out of it. I'm like, you know, disappointed when she's gonna find out. They're not gonna love me, like, they don't care for me. And so throughout the school day, I was like, you know, what do I do? Do I leave? What do I do? So in my mind was like, you know what, take care of my life. And I was like, I don't belong here. I was like, I don't belong here. She's not gonna care if I leave. Nobody's really gonna. It's not gonna matter if I do, you know, if I live or not, if I'm part of the family or not. So then that day, you know, I was around school asking, you know, some of the people who I knew, like, you know, who would have pills or who I thought would have pills. Or I even asked around, you know, like, do you guys have Xanax? Do you guys have any type of pill that? I didn't tell them really what for it, but I was just asking for pills. And you know, I got a couple pills, and that day during the 6th period, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna take them, you know, like, whatever happens. I took all these pills all together. I didn't know what they were. There was Xanax, I don't know what they were, you know, but people use them, you know, like, for not medical reasons, for, you know, their own advantage. So when I took them all together, I was like, you know, whatever. Funny story, my mom, I feel like how I mentioned, you know, she thought that I was going to run away or something. So she did early this one day, and I was like, you know, like, dang, like, you know, what's going to happen? So she picked me up, we went home. That day we went to the store, and we were there for a couple of, you know, we were out a while. And I just remember I started feeling super cold, like, my body felt cold to the touch. I kept on, like, you know, twitching. I wasn't in my mind. I still had to tell my mom what was going on. We got home. I went to my room, and I just remember my body, like, you know, really numb, and like I couldn't feel the lower part of my body. Once again, I was still really cold, and a lot of people who followed up on me when this was happening at the time know what happened, but don't know what happened inside of the hospital when. So let you guys know. So that day, I did let one of my friends know, two of my very close friends know what was going on, what had happened, what I did. Right away, you know, they acted upon it. I told them that, you know what, I'm feeling really sleepy, really drowsy. I am not, like, you know, feeling my lower part of my body. I'm really numb. I couldn't stand up, basically. They right away, one of my friends came over to my house. She knew where I lived. She was like, what did you do? Da, da, da. She called the ambulance. She was like, I'm gonna call the ambulance. I was like, no, please don't. I don't want mom finding out what I did. Da, da, da. She was like, no, like, you know, like, there can be, like, you know, consequences to this. So then she called the ambulance. You know, I was crying to her. I was like, please don't call them. The ambulance showed up. My mom comes outside. She's not aware of what's going on. She doesn't know. There's no clue what's going on. She's asking me what's going on. I ignore her. You know, in my side, I'm still kind of angry at her for what had happened. my friend, I don't know if she told him because, like, I was getting pulled away from the ambulance, and they're asking me questions. What did you take? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. So they put me in the back of the ambulance. They're asking me these questions. Like, my mind is not even, like, I'm not even there, it's just, like, I'm super out of it. All these drugs inside of me are just, like, kicking in. My heart's beating really fast. My mind's not there. I'm still really cold. I'm shivering in the ambulance. I'm really numb from the bottom, like, waist down. And I just remember, just driving me away to the hospital, and my mom still had no sense of, like, what's going on, what had happened, what I did, why the ambulance was there. We arrived at the hospital, they put me in really fast, and when I get there, I remember just completely blacking out. Like, I was not conscious. I was in a coma for about that whole night until the morning-ish, where when they go walk in there, they're asking me, your mom has been here all night, she wants to know what's going on, she wants to speak to you, is that okay? I was like, no, like, I do not want my mom in here. I still didn't want to see my mom. I was mostly ashamed of what I had done, like, that let it get to that situation. And a close family friend was the one who was in contact with me and my mom. She was, there the whole process of it. She was like, why not, speak to your mom? She's really worried. And I just didn't want to see her. It wasn't that I didn't, like, June didn't want to see her. It was more of, like, wasn't willing to say, like, she's going to be disappointed. So I went the whole, like, stay at the hospital without seeing my mom. When they told me that I was going to get transferred to a mental hospital, that's where I was, I asked my mom, I was like, I'm kind of ready to see her and, like, talk this out. So then I called her, on the phone. She wasn't there. She had left home because she had to take care of my little brothers. When she got the call from the hospital, I was on the phone with her. I was basically, right away when I heard my mom's voice, I started crying. I started tearing up in tears. My mom started tearing up in tears over the phone. She's like, why did you do this, Chris? We love you. My stepfather gets on the phone and she's like, why did you do this? Why didn't you talk to us? We care for you, we're here for you. And right away, I kind of knew it. I was like, damn, my family, this, my main support, why did I even do this? And that's when, I agreed to see my mom. My mom had arrived. We right away, kind of like talked. I feel it was such a great experience. Well, right away when she got there, we had a talk where it was like such a deep talk. We really were able to let everything out. And she was like, why did you do this? I love the struggle I've gone, with you, and like you could always count on me as a friend. Why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? And her main concern was like, why did I even do this? And I kind of just, told her what was going on. Like, I didn't feel like they cared. I didn't think they would even get care if I was alive or wasn't alive. And at the time, she was like, one day I went to your school and somebody told me you were gay. Is this true? I want you to be honest. And I was like super defensive about it. I was like, did my uncle tell you? Like, he does know. Like, did he tell you this? He promised he wasn't going to tell you. And she was like, no, I wasn't even aware he knew. And I was like, okay, well, she was like, just tell me the truth, Christopher. And I was like, okay, what? Yeah, I am. And she right away, she was like, why didn't you just tell me, I love you, regardless of whatever, I'm still gonna be here. And I, that's where it kind of hit me. I'm like, damn, like my mom really does care for me, and she really does love me. And I feel like that day was like one of the most meaningful experiences with my mom, because we were able to talk on a whole other level where she opened up about so much more about my past, about her past, my biological father, why he left, what happened to him, about a close family, a close family member who was actually, gay himself and passed away because of HIV. And she talked to me about, about being safe about it, just keeping myself safe and being conscious of my surroundings. And I mean, now we're super close. My mom is super accepting. I mean, I know she wishes it was different. I know she wishes, I wasn't gay, but she accepts it. She doesn't try to change me. She doesn't try to change anything about me, and she's super supportive. I even, 2 years ago, I introduced her and my brothers to a boyfriend I was dating at the time, and they were all super cool with him. I feel like the next step for me is coming out to my brothers and seeing where that leads me. But for now, that was my coming out story and what happened to me. I hope nobody really has to go through that experience, because it was really hard, especially in that mental hospital, where I kind of reflected back on everything that had happened and just acknowledging who I am. And now I have so much self-love for myself and acceptance for myself. But for today, that's it for me, Cousin Chris. Thank you for watching Kings and Queens. Hope you guys tune in, subscribe, turn your notifications on, and see you guys next time.